new month, so we're starting out with a new topic this month. Again, we're coming from Natural Health here in Quincy, Illinois. Again, doing nutrition and nutritional support, chiropractic work here. We're a chiropractic office. So that means our focus is a little different than a medical office, where we're looking at ways of helping the body to heal itself rather than trying to control symptoms. So a different way of looking at things. So as we go into this month's topic, which is heart health, tonight we're talking about leading causes of heart disease. I got a little kind of a surprise at the end here, kind of a new one that we haven't seen before. So we kind of run into that here at the office today, and we're seeing a little more of that out in the research and the news things we're seeing on some different media sources. So anyway, we'll go into what's been going on here. Also, as part of our office, upcoming events, is that on the 15th of March will be our 40th anniversary in practice here at National Health. So we're having some promotions for that. So if you're around the office here, come in. We have a sign up here for a $40 giveaway every day for 40 days. So it's going to be kind of a fun time here as we work into March. So again, been around for a long time, kind of other experience here in helping people with health issues, but again, helping the body to heal itself and be actually healthy more than more medications and things like that, which are okay for short term, but again, don't help the patient long term. So we're wanting to look at health in a long term way, in a more holistic approach. So tonight we're talking about heart disease, but again, the heart is a very good indicator of the rest of the health of the body. And the problem with mainstream medicine is that they take things apart. And you have blood pressure issues, you go to a heart doctor, it's all you look at. You don't look at anything else. And again, the heart is just a part of the whole, and you have to be able to get the whole body working correctly if you ever want the heart to heal up, or circulation issues to heal up. So we'll start into this. So of course I'm Dr. Mark. So again, our heart, that's a pretty good picture of that. And of course it has 4 parts of the heart, how it works side by side, different sides. There are different valves, the aortas, and different arteries that come off of the heart. So the strong heart nutrition, again, simple things, poor diet and lots of stress leads to high blood pressure and medications. That is the mainstream medicine's approach to stress and blood pressure, is adding medications, which again is good short term, don't get me wrong, but it's just a long term use of high blood pressure medication, not handling the underlying problems. Enlarged heart with leaky valves, as the medication for work like it should, it enlarges, try to overcompensate for that. The muscles actually, and that's what allows that heart to enlarge. When that happens, and the valves don't work correctly, they don't work correctly, it leads to leaky valves in there, which leads to congestive heart failure and breathing difficulties. So as the heart is becoming more inefficient with long-term, we're talking about sometimes 5, 10, 20 years of high blood pressure medication and not handling the underlying problems of the diet, which led to it in the first place. And then breathing difficulties, because half of the heart works towards circulation of the body, the other half works towards the lungs, how the lungs work, getting blood supply to the lungs so they can get rid of the CO2 and bring in oxygen to the blood, and then pump out the fluid of the lungs. So all important in how the heart works, and both parts are tied together. So pneumonia and ... So most old people, as they develop these problems, will end up with pneumonia, which is what they end with. Not that it's heart, it's pneumonia, because again, their lungs fill up with fluid, the bacteria get into the lungs, they have pneumonia, and that's what causes their demise. And so you're not even looking at the heart as a problem there. So again, looking at the different valves of the heart, how the heart works. I mean, it's just The heart's a very interesting organ because it's really simple to help heal, as it's just muscles and ligaments. So you can help heal that heart up. So strong heart nutrition, the health of the heart is a mirror to the health of the body. It's kind of like teeth. Teeth are that way too. So we have a different, or a special little test we do in the office here, or can do, that helps to get an idea of how the heart is working by looking at the sounds of the valves working correctly. And then you can actually use nutrition right during the test to show how that can strengthen the heart. So nutrition is just such an important thing. And the interesting thing too is the heart gets all first dibs on the nutrition that comes in through the gut. So if you're getting lots of good nutrition, the heart gets that first and then pumps it to everything else. So of course the heart is a pretty important part of the pump, as a pump, important part of the circulation that leads or gives nutrition to all the rest of the body. So that's why it gets that first. But also too, if you're getting bad things in there, too much sugar, all that stuff, the insulin is too high, that affects the heart. That's what causes circulatory issues, is too much sugar, refined flour, causing the insulin to go real high, which causes a lot of problems with the arteries, and then you end up with plaque and all that kind of stuff. The old theory about cholesterol is just what ends up as the end result. But the problem is the diet and the stress and all the problems that go on with the body not being able to handle that, really a lack of B vitamins, which comes from too much refined sugar, too much refined flour, and burns up all the B vitamins. So that's just a quick little explanation of what the major cause of heart problems is. Again, poor diet, lots of stress, burning the candle at both ends, so the heart does not have the nutrition it needs to be healthy. Now, that's the main topic for tonight. Another one that's coming up as a new issue, and you probably heard of this if you go to any kind of independent media, but the jab now, the experimental gene therapy, is causing pericarditis and myocarditis. You've heard this, hopefully, from different places, especially in other countries. They're actually not promoting the jab for younger people, and it seems to affect males more. Pericarditis and that has to do with inflammation of the heart or the linings of the heart, and that becomes a permanent scarring issue, a decrease in the ability of the heart to work correctly, and even causes some other even worse things. So just something to be aware of. If you haven't heard that, you need to check on that, especially if you have any kids in the house, that kind of thing. And we're starting to deal with that in our office now, as some of the side effects of the jab, what that's causing. So that's showing up in a lot of other places too. Again, all you have to do is look at other alternative media sources. The one I really like, probably the best all around, is thehighwire.com. You can go to www.thehighwire.com. Lots of good information there. LifeSite News has good things. The Children's Health Defense Network has a lot of good stuff, information on there. On Brighteon.com, a lot of good shows there. Dr. Jane Ruby has some good information on what's going on there. The Stu Peters Show. You're just becoming lots of great places to find good alternative information of what's going on out there. And we want to give people the complete truth, the complete picture, not just the narrative of what's going on politically. So important to know those kind of things out there when you're making health decisions for you or our loved ones. So if you have any questions, of course, you can always give us a call. You can always stop by. We, again, do free consultations for people that don't really know what we're doing here at Natural Health. Because a lot of people really don't know anything about anything else other than just mainstream medicine. They have their insurance, they do what the doctor tells them, hope it all works out right. Well, it's not working out very good, as again, heart disease is the primary cause of death in this country. It's not, the things aren't working out like it should. If everything was doing so well, we wouldn't have all this stuff, but it is, we're having a lot of problems with that. So it's probably enough for me tonight. I'll let Dr. Chip over with some more great information on heart health, and we'll see you next week. Again, stop by and help us celebrate our 40th anniversary in the next month or so here, and we'll have lots of fun, but I'll turn it over to Dr. Chip.
Awesome. Okay, great. So again, we're on the Heart Health Month here at in February, so let's go ahead and get started with it. Again, I'm Dr. Chip. So again, we talked about how the heart, again, is a very vital organ, of course, not only for pumping blood, but like Dr. Mark explained, it takes up all the nutrients first, and then helps distribute all the nutrients in the blood and all that too. And so, again, a lot of times we get kind of caught into these compartmentalizing the body in different categories or parts or anything like that, but really the body runs on a whole system approach there too. And so a lot of times when we're having issues in different areas, yes, we could treat that area as it needs to be treated or anything like that in a very acute or severe situation. Again, that's important. Again, the medical system has that down pat really, really well. They do a really great job. So again, if you're having a heart attack or anything like that, of course, that is what is needed at that time. But again, that is more of preventing the death or the sickness issue there. Now, when we really think in terms of health and well-being, we need to actually understand that the body is a whole picture. And so again, if a part is having an issue, that is just a kind of a warning signal that says, hey, something's not quite going on here. We need to be able to balance things out. And so again, a balanced body versus an unbalanced body. Now again, you can see the descriptions here. Of course, a balanced body is healthy. It has plenty of energy, again, stable, calm energy, again, able to do things properly, and then proper functioning of the systems of the body. Now again, it feels good and functions well. That's a balanced body. Now an unbalanced body, of course, you have illness or dis-ease, which commonly is said disease. Now dis-ease, of course, is just, again, an unbalancing of the body, or the body is not at ease, you would say. Decreased energy, of course, when we're tired, fatigued, we're lacking something, or we're getting unbalanced, or overwhelming the body too much. And then dysfunction. Now again, with the heart being part of the body here, again, that is very important for that. If the heart is able to function well, if the body is able to function well, then they both kind of help each other there too. And so again, the heart is a big or an important indicator of the health of the body, like Dr. Mark explained, kind of more of a mirror there too. So we'll go ahead, we'll keep going here. Now again, what causes an unbalanced body? Well, we've said it again, we'll say it multiple times, but there's different stresses that happen around the body or in the environment or anything like that, and these are you'd say the crucial, the top ones. So again, stress being toxins. Now toxins, again, not only chemical toxins in our environment that are kind of too much for our body to handle, but you could say is that not getting good enough nutrition is the other side there too. So again, that balance of if we're not feeding our bodies properly, then we're not able to get rid of waste in our body, and that leads to a toxin buildup. Again, our bodies are amazing. They're actually excreting and getting rid of toxins all the time. Of course, with going to the bathroom, all that stuff, number one, and number two. If we're not able to do that regularly, again, of course, we get a toxin overload, and we're not able to eliminate waste that properly there too. And so again, that can be signs of issues in the body, and our heart can be an indicator of that. Stemming from that, again, if the toxins are building up, if the blood is dirty in our bodies, and if the blood is passing through the heart, and the heart is pumping out blood to all the cells, imagine if you're giving bad, dirty blood to your systems here, or maybe even bad, dirty, again, the blood is more like food for our cells, and if we're not getting good, clean blood going, then the heart is going to have some symptoms or some issues saying, hey, something is not quite right. So again, even like spasming or anything like that, fluttering, if the blood is clean, it's able to pass through well. But if it's not, it's kind of getting, you would say, not able to flow through as well there too. trauma, again, any physical trauma, if we're exercising too much or too little, again, that can be a trauma. Or of course, if we have a big fall or a physical accident, all that, that can be damaging on the body. Of course, that's a big, again, a stress on the body. And then thoughts. Again, thoughts, we typically don't think much of it, but again, we have 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day. So that's something to be more important there too, is just being aware that this is actually an important factor there too. And then, of course, technology is important. Now, technology can kind of fall into these different things here, but technology is more of not being able to do the things that would normally balance things up. So, again, if we're on social media, getting an argument on Facebook or whatever, or any platform, that can be a stress on our mind and body, and then that can give us different thoughts and all that too. Or we're kind of sitting with our phones, or we're watching TV, or doing something too long for too long periods of time. That can play effects on our body. Again, poor posture, all that too. So again, just kind of be aware of those things. So again, that's what causes an unbalanced body. And like we said, an unbalanced body leads to issues in the body, such as heart issues. So we'll keep going. So like we said there too, and when our body is balanced, it's doing well, our heart is able to be healthy. Now you can say that too, is that our nervous system is part of this whole body, this whole complex here too, and that when our nervous system is doing well, and it knows how to carry out its functions well. So an incoherent brain equals an incoherent heart. Now what does that mean? Now again, when we are, you would say, stressed about different things, we got a lot on our mind, that kind of, you would say, causes the heart to be kind of not in regular balance. So for instance, if we're thinking about different things that frustrate us, or we're overly worried about something, or we're scared what's going to happen about the things that are happening on the news and all that. Again, it's good to be aware of those things, of course, that's kind of happening in this life here, but we need to be also aware of what that effect that can play on us, play on our bodies here too. So again, if our brain is just going all over the place, then that's not going to be able to help the body to balance in a way to help the heart to be well. So again, leads to an incoherent heart. Now again, an incoherent heart leads to an incoherent brain. So again, that means is that if we're not doing some things that are fun, and we're not doing things that we like to do, you'd say food for our souls, you would say, in a sense, lack for better words there. But if we're not doing those things, then again, we're still going to be caught up into the hustle and bustle of everything, worrying about what to do, what to say, what people think about us, all these different things. And it's because we're not really doing things that we enjoy doing, we get kind of have fun doing. So that can lead to an incoherent brain. But of course, that's the other way there too, is that a balanced brain can lead to a balanced heart, and a balanced heart to a balanced brain. So of course, that is important, is that they're working together. Again, we don't want to disregard all of them, because there's different opportunities or experiences that we know that we need to think logically about things a lot of time to see what's going on. But again, if we're leaving the heart out of it, then again we can have issues. So we got to bring both things there too, thinking logically, but then having more care and passion for what we're doing there too. So again, like we said there, again, a little balancing system here. But again, the heart and the brain need to be balanced. Again, we can't go one way or the other, so much so. So we always need to bring understanding, so you could say kind of logic, kind of the brain, kind of knowing knowledge and facts and all that. But the heart has a lot of wisdom to it. It kind of knows what's going on, or what life, kind of how life unfolds based on even things that happened in the past. So again, that's a lot of wisdom there too. And again, there's just different ways you can see it here, but just one way to explain this. And so again, that's kind of leading to the heart health. So that is it for tonight's Health Shop. Again, you can always follow us at Natural Health Quincy IL on these different social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Brighteon, and Instagram. You can subscribe to our email list at naturalhealthquincy.com. It's also the website. And then we are located at 2000 Jefferson Street in Quincy, Illinois. The number is 217-228-2040. So again, thank you so much for watching. Again, a little different perspective, but we're kind of helping you to understand that there's always two ways to see it. Again, when we think of so much of the illness and sickness of the heart, again, we forget about what our bodies are really capable of and how the heart can actually play a huge factor in the health and healing of our bodies. So again, thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of the week.